It's the night before my first day at Sisua. The only things I know is what client office to go to and what time to be there. Apart from that, the next 24 hours are a mystery. It's my first day in my new boutique consulting job and you're coming with me. Let's go. I'm going to be taking my own lunch tomorrow because inflation, so ready to pack up my Tupperware. You know what they say, tonight's leftovers, tomorrow's lunch. To be fair, it kind of already looks a bit like leftovers anyway, but it's going to be delicious and it's not going to cost me £10. Right, come for a little sunset walk, collect my thoughts. Should have worn my sunglasses. I'm very excited for tomorrow. I've already chatted to Pekka and some of the guys from Sisua a fair bit during the onboarding process, so it doesn't feel quite so alien. So I feel pretty comfortable in terms of the company. I'm extremely excited, but also a little bit nervous. I also think that's a good thing. I think if the idea of feeling uncomfortable makes you uncomfortable, then something's wrong, especially in consulting. That feeling a little bit uncomfortable helps you keep your edge. So I'm actually pleased to be feeling that way again. I think maybe reflecting since leaving Accenture, at the time I left I was probably a little bit too comfortable there. I'd known my industry really well. I knew the people that I was working with really well. I knew my client really well because we'd worked together before. So sometimes you've got to really shake things up just to find your edge again. And I was missing some of that sharpness, rawness that makes me who I am professionally. So I'm excited to refine that. So yeah, it's going to be good. On your first day at a new client or a new job, or in my case both, you want to be contending with as few variables on the actual day itself as possible, which is why we're going to pack our bag tonight. Packing your bag the night before is a super simple hack, but you'd be surprised by the number of people that don't do it. Especially when you've got those first morning nerves, anxieties. The last thing you want to be doing is wasting time doing something that could be done well in advance. Now, tomorrow, the only thing I need to do is focus on getting up, getting my breakfast, getting dressed, getting my lunch, and heading out the door. Super simple. It's the morning, let's go. Feeling a bit nervous now. It's a perfectly natural feeling, so I'm just focusing on getting my breakfast in, nutritious porridge breakfast, cup of tea, get dressed, and we're gonna get going up to London. I have a standard go-to outfit on days like this. I'm known for wearing this every time I go into the office. And that is absolutely fine because I feel comfortable. People in this office haven't seen it before, so no one's judging me. And the key thing on a day like today is to reduce the number of variables. So if you've got your go-to outfit, you know it feels good, you know it looks so appropriate for wherever you're going, just do that. I'm going to leave now. Take me about an hour to get there, and I've found a coffee shop that I'm going to go to that's just around the corner. And I'm planning to be around an hour to 45 minutes early. Being late anywhere on your first day is absolutely criminal. So I want to make sure that does not have any chance of happening. Also, when you're on your first day, especially in consulting, key bit of advice, make sure you have brought some ID. Often when you go to the receptions, they'll always ask you for some ID to prove who you are. When you get there, you don't want to be faffing around. Make sure it's handy and definitely make sure you've got it before you leave. Otherwise you create a world of problems for yourself once you're there. Right, no more faffing around. Let's get going.
cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, ha, not likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy.
I just stopped by and had a nice coffee in the coffee shop and called up a little bit of work, and just was super organised about sending me my laptop really early, so all my emails are working, everything's working. Now just to find the actual office. As you can imagine, on day one there weren't exactly huge amounts of emails, mostly just welcome emails, which is really nice, and putting in catch-ups with my team, new team, colleagues, etc., just to kind of get to know each other. And one of the things you always have to contend with as a consultant is getting your client email to work, because you often have your email from a company and the client email. I think we have to cross the road here. Yep, we do. You always have your email as your consultant email, and then you always have your client email, and you have to set the two up. So I was trying to get the client email to work, all of the details, couldn't get it to work. So hopefully in this office there will be tech support, and I can actually go and talk to some real humans to help me fix it. I think we're getting pretty close now, so I'm going to focus on not getting lost.
6th floor. I've never seen folded loo paper in a client before.
It's been a good day. My brain has run out of brain. I'll talk to you later. So that's the end of the first day, and my head was just awash with names, faces, detail, projects, to-dos, all sorts of things, and just loads of information overload when I left today. So don't know what was going on with my hair, but just information overload. So I needed that train journey just to decompress. Now I've got my jammies on and ready for an evening of chilling. It's been a really exciting first day. It's great to hit the ground running and go to a client straight away. As a consultant, one of your anxieties is always, am I chargeable? Because whatever level you are in consulting, we all have one job, which is be chargeable. So having that anxiety taken away right from the start is great. Clients are really nice, really great people, really inspired to get stuff done. That's an environment that I really like to work in. It really inspires me as well. So yeah, very excited about this. I can't tell you who they are, but I can tell you that they're in e-commerce. And I haven't really worked in e-commerce before. Most of my experience is in telco, as you guys know. But it's doing something I know a lot about in an industry that's adjacent to one that I've already worked in. And what I've realised today is that firstly, e-commerce is a great industry to get to grips with quickly, because you can really visualise it. You know, when they talk about different things in a customer journey, you can really visualize the customer going to the website, and you can go to the website and emulate the customer journey and put yourself in their shoes, or you can imagine them going into the shop and buying the thing, and you can imagine the experience. And I'm a very visual person, so I need to be able to anchor it in something that I can see, whether that's in my mind's eye or literally drawn in front of me. So really excited to be working in e-commerce, very different to some of the stuff I've done before, but also realised today there's actually quite a lot of parallels. You know, when we talk about telco, we talk about selling broadband and selling handsets, and it's not quite e-commerce in the way that e-commerce thinks of it, but there's definitely some parallels when you hear acronyms or terminology that you think, oh yeah, actually, I've already heard of that, I already know what that means. So that's really useful. I'm also very glad that I was able to go to the office face to face. I wouldn't have minded onboarding virtually. I guess you could say I've onboarded to Sisua virtually, but there is nothing like meeting people face to face to really accelerate building a rapport. I'm already starting to see some differences between what life was like in Accenture and what it's going to be like in Sisua. And I'll make a video kind of talking through my experience of comparing the two, and there's a lot of stuff to learn, and I'm really excited. It feels great to be challenging myself in a different way, different industry, different set of people. So yeah, really excited for the journey. I hope that you've enjoyed seeing the first day too, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.